Hi, guys, and welcome back to Cutting Through the Red Tape. It is your girl, Shanta. Listen, we are back here in the studio, and I have so missed you guys. Listen, I've been MIA on a legit mission. I had to take a little time to, get my mind, my thoughts, and my heart together. That's very important when you're on camera, speaking to people, trying to help the people, but it starts at home first. So I took a little bit of time to kind of get my house in order, and I'm glad to be back with you guys. And I do have another special guest here with me. This is Cost. Cost, welcome.
Check it. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here.
Yes, I am so glad that you say yes to come into the show. We very appreciate what you are doing for the community, who you are, and your stand in what you believe. So, give us a little bit about who you are. Why are we calling you Cost? And just a little bit before we get down to the nitty gritty of things.
Well, most of y'all know me, Cost Barksdale. Grew up here, went to Hopton and everything. I went to the Army when I graduated in '99. Came home 2002 and did some things that didn't supposed to do. I started rapping and everything, so a lot of people know me from the music and what was going on. Then started Woodline to Hoodline LLC, where we was managing a couple guys, Sunny Way, Hooligan the General. Um, then I just retired from all that and just chilled. I was just tired of. I was getting too old, and I felt like at some age you just gotta. If you ain't made it down, you just gotta. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got a dream.
Yeah.
So then after a while, this year, well, 3 years ago, I met my beautiful wife.
Hmm.
You know, well, it's going on 4 years this year. She looking at me. Let me get it right.
Get it
So,
right. Get it
yeah. So,
right.
um, she started. She's the founder of Living with a Purpose, that
Hmm.
was started in 2018. And after that, it was going, but COVID came. After COVID and everything, kind of slowed down. But as 2023 started jumping back, and I just came to it like, yeah, I'm tired of all this gun violence and
Yeah.
tired of the things going on, because we got a lot of it's going on in the community, a lot of it's going on in the city, in the county, in the state. And so I just came up with some ideas like, and it's been on my heart because
Mm.
at one time I kept asking the Lord, like, what is my purpose?
Oh, I like that.
And I could never figure it out. But he told me basically, when I was growing up, I was praying to travel the world.
Hmm.
I didn't know me going to the Army would have me traveling the world.
Well,
I asked to uh, play basketball. I didn't know didn't make it to the NBA, but I played semi-pro basketball overseas. I
nice.
wanted to do certain things. I wanted to be a rapper.
Hmm.
I was pretty good in saw Double XL magazine, two other magazines. Um, did 63, 64 shows, something like that. Um, I was doing pretty good, but sometimes you get wore out.
Hmm.
Started podcasting,
Hmm.
started doing, but that just wasn't. I didn't feel that was for me.
Hmm.
So as me being stagnant and looking at it, and I started asking that question, this came about,
Mm.
and this and it seemed, and it put me in a position because I was out there in the streets. I was hustling. I was doing a lot of that, you know, playing with tools. If you know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
And I was doing all that, so it put me in a position because I'm a person that's been through it, so now I can talk about it and I can help people through it.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes, yes.
that's me, and that's where we at.
Absolutely. You know that's Bible, right? We can go straight to Paul. You know, Paul was rough. He was rough.
Mm.
And so his ministry was more so to the rougher side of the community. So I was gonna ask you, do you really believe that God will use who he has created you to be to go back and get the ones who were just like you?
He's already doing it. That's why we're starting a boys and girls big brother and big sister program.
Love that.
And I already had parents to reach out to me and ask me, when is this going to start? Because I got a teen right now. I got a child right now that needs to be in this program. I've
Mm,
got guys that's been in the same type of situations, if not a little deeper than I was, that has hit me up and said, bro, whenever you start this, I'm trying to be a part. So
nice.
that's just telling me right there, and that's what it has put on me, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I love that too because Clinton, it's not much for the kids to do here.
Right.
We're grateful for the things that we have, but we do need more. And I think the Boys and Girls Club would absolutely benefit in Clinton, North Carolina. Tell how is it in the making, or are you laying the foundation
Yeah,
down?
yes, it's in the making, and the foundation is there. We're just waiting on some more things with a nonprofit to go through, and
Hmm.
it's basically like we're dealing with counselors, dealing with the schools.
Ooh, I like that.
So a child will come to me or come to one of my guys. Come to one of the ladies, the females, which is a little girl or a little boy. Girls go with the women, and the little boys go with the men,
Mm-hmm.
and that's at risk. That's not doing too good in school. That's on that fence trying to figure out which lane, what way of life they trying to go
Mm-hmm.
with. So and then we'll take them, the ones that's cussing out their moms, trying to be in the streets and stuff like that. So we take them and we start talking to them. They attach them to us. A lot of times a kid cannot talk to their parents. You
Uh-huh.
know, a
Yeah.
kid, a child in their teens, they might go talk to their uncle. They might go talk to someone else, another adult, but they don't feel comfortable talking to the parents because of what the parents might say to them.
That's
And
right.
so they feel more comfortable talking to somebody else, and that's where we come in.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can talk to them. We can try to show them a better way. Uh, Help them. Hey, we want to do this. We got to get these grades up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have the teachers send us grades and everything. If something deep, we got counselors on deck where
Mm-hmm.
counselors can speak to them also. And if they're doing good, maybe once a month or something like that, just like I said before, take them fishing, take them to a
Mm.
basketball game, a football game, take them somewhere they can get their mind off things, take them to the beach or something. Just spend a day with them and do things that they really haven't done before.
Yeah. Yeah. I think children nowadays are crying out for attention,
Right.
and most of the time it's not. They're doing it in a negative way because we as adults we respond
Mm,
to negative
right.
attention. We gear towards the child that's misbehaving, and so they do more things that they're not supposed to do just so that you can call on them, or
Right.
just so you can spend a little time with them, or bring them a little close. And we don't do a lot of praising whenever we see that they're doing something positive. And so I feel like if we can just reverse that just a little bit, it might save a lot of heartache. It might save a lot of endangerment to the child when we speak on the good things that they do and the good things that they bring to the table. I think that's very important, especially for the school system, because
Right.
golly, y'all will call somebody phone if somebody kid is acting
Right.
up,
Right.
but
Right.
we rarely ever get the calls to say, listen, consistent. You know what I'm saying? Today, your son was on point. He was on the top. He was at the top.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you guys are doing at the house, keep it up because I do see a difference. And I think that's very important. A lot of these children are just seeking love.
Right.
They're seeking love. And then I am going to say this. If the parent is in a single family home and you have more than 2 children, it's hard to spend equal amount of time with each child.
Right.
And most of the time, the older children are the ones who are left to care after the younger children. And they're not in they are looked at as you're older, you know better, and this is what you need to do. But it's hard to get them to understand that that's not a punishment. That's because I trust you, and I know that that I can trust you with your younger siblings. But still, in those positions, in those roles, those children need to be praised too as well.
They do. And to go back to what I was saying earlier, it's got to the point now where babies are having babies. So, and the parent is not too much older than the child.
Yeah, grandmas are younger.
Right, grandmas the grandmas are getting younger and younger. So the parent hasn't fully matured yet. So the parent is teaching their child how to twerk, or keeping their child in the hood with them, on the block with them, showing them what they doing, what they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
And then also, I've said before that a lot of parents are getting on Facebook. I done seen it too many times, and I'm gonna just say it like this. I've seen it too many times, and I don't think that it should go like this, from where parents are saying that your child is your best friend, because your child is not your best friend. Your child is your child.
That's right.
Whenever you start treating your child like your best friend, your child gonna start cussing around you like a best friend. Your child gonna start arguing with you like a best friend. Your child gonna start treating you like a best friend, and sometimes that comes with disrespect.
Yes,
so we got to get back to the point where we're raising our kids now, and not just trying to hang out with them.
That's right. That's right. Because when we was growing up, golly,
switches, belts, everything,
you couldn't even say the word lie
tell a story,
without getting your tail tore up. You know what I'm saying? There was only certain things that we could say in front of our parents. I can't more so say for grandparents, because my grandma died when I was in the 3rd grade, and then I had my big mama, but that was on my dad's side of the family, so I didn't really spend a lot of time with my dad's side of the family. But my mama and my aunt, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, my mama did not tolerate no type of disrespect. As a matter of fact, to this day, they certain things I don't say in front of my mama.
That's a fact.
To this day, like, I don't come at her sideways. Right. I leaves that lady alone. Right. Because of the simple fact, you know what I'm saying? It's the respect. I always say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? I always, say please, and I say thank you. I don't care what it is that I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you are absolutely right. We have got to get back to raising our children the way that, we were raised.
And also, too, you can talk. It ain't all about getting whoopings, because we used to get whoopings.
Ooh, and so we was bad.
Right, but you can, we was bad.
We was bad.
But you could still now just talk to your child.
Yeah,
just, when they're doing wrong, pull them to the side. Take that game away from them.
Yeah.
Take that phone away from them, and just talk to them, have a conversation with them. And they don't have to go to whoopings or anything like that.
It doesn't.
So, I mean, sometimes that's the last resort. If they bad, we got to take that belt off.
Yeah.
Because when I was coming up, they used to steal paddle in the schoolhouse. The principal will come get you. He'll paddle you.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's done changed a whole lot. Now, if a teacher touch you, they
Yeah.
going to jail.
Yeah.
So
And they calling everybody. I'm
right,
calling my mama.
right.
Everybody coming up to the school and your kid is off the
Yeah,
chain.
you gotta understand too. Sometimes your child is wrong.
Yes.
Your child is
Yeah,
wrong.
and
So,
that's what I tell them. I said, listen, I ain't gonna say what my kids ain't gonna do in front of me. That'd be the first thing that I say. But there are certain things I know that my child is not going to
right,
do because of the way that I raised them. You know what
right,
I'm saying? So that too, you do have to advocate for your child in some
right.
instances when it comes to these school systems too, because they'll be putting a little bit more
Hmm.
on your child, and then you as a parent, for a fact what your child will and will not do. But listen, my brother got killings. Shout out to my brother DJ. I love you. But he got beat enough to know that I ain't trying to do it.
Right,
I don't want to get a beating. You know what
right,
I'm saying? So I learned a lot from and just I don't know. I think it has to be something in you as well to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? To know how to act, to know what to do in public and what not to do in public and stuff like that. So uh, it's coming around.
yeah,
I believe it's
right,
gonna come back around. I believe that the children are a lot different than what we were. A lot of them has a lot of resilience. A lot of them are not standing for certain things, which brings us back to what you're standing for today. Just justice
right.
and just justice.
There's a
You
lot
know
of
what I'm saying?
injustice going on.
It's a lot.
Hmm.
It's a lot of injustice going on, and I feel like as a community, it's time for us to band together.
Right.
We've been in the crab in the bucket mentality too
Hmm.
long. We've been in the hating phase too long. We've
Hmm.
been in the phase of not wanting somebody to look better than you.
Right, right,
Having more than you.
right.
Now it's time for us to come together because we have to fight for the generation that's coming
That's a
after
fact.
us.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Wholeheartedly. And so to get in on that injustice, did you know that Sampson County in North Carolina has a 48% rating right now, and that's a D about crimes.
Mm.
There's only 70% of the homicides that's been solved. From 2013 to 2023, there's still 13 murders that are unsolved. And that's not counting the from 2023 to 2026, because there have
Wow.
been more that's unsolved. So right now, we got to look at the elected officials
Mm.
because, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna look at the camera when I say this.
Yeah.
Our elected officials are not doing the jobs they're supposed to do,
Mm.
because our elected officials are more worried about drugs, standing at a table with a table full of cash,
Mm-hmm.
drugs and everything, smiling. We took drugs off the street. Whoop-de-doo. But what are you doing about this mama that lost her child due to gun violence?
Mm.
What are you telling this mother or this father that child but done got killed 2 or 3 years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
y'all still ain't got no leads or ain't got nothing's going on? What are you gonna do with that family that keep coming to you asking you for answers and you can't give them nothing? And it seems like there's been more and more and more crimes and murders that's being unsolved. Now, what you gonna do? Now, what we can do is go and elect someone else
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna get the job done.
Yeah.
So I be asking people, and I be telling, I'm not used to be going to the polls. I was always a person that I'm just voting for the president.
Yeah.
I ain't looking at nobody else's name. I don't care what's going on. I don't care about no sheriff. I don't care about the governor or nothing. I'm just going, I see the president, let me go ahead and get up out of here. But
Mm-hmm.
now, as I've grown older, these are the people that's going to make the changes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
The president is the least of your work.
Right, right.
Let's just say that. Let's put a pin in there. Listen, baby. The president is the least
The
of your
least.
worries.
The least.
Because at the end of the day, you don't make enough for him
Right.
to even care about
That
you.
right. Right.
Okay?
Right.
And that probably ain't even politically
Mm-hmm.
correct, but I'm going to
Right.
go ahead and tell you right now. The president is the least. And if you are a child of God, the Bible tells us that your Lord is your ruler and your
Mm-hmm.
the one that's going to care for you and take care of you. So yeah, it's cool to vote for the president or whatever, but baby, no,
Right.
the people that's
Right.
right here in your community that you
Mm-hmm.
look at every single day, those are gonna be the people that's either gonna help you or break you.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
if you don't vote for any other reason, please learn who your governor is
Right.
and who your mayor is and your sheriff and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because that's the important. You want to know why stuff is not getting done? Because they ain't for you.
Right. Right.
And the reason why they not for you is because you didn't vote for the person that is for you.
That's a fact. That's a fact, and that's you just spoke the truth. So whenever I started understanding that and started understanding, like, just like you said, man, this joke ain't worried about me.
Yeah.
But now getting to the people, the city council, the county
Mhm.
commissioners, the sheriffs, the mayors, and everybody who and you got to also know your zone, and because you can
Yes.
vote for you might be a person. Everybody want to vote for you for a county seat,
Mhm.
so but they don't know what zone you in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so
You go up there
that's
and get
not being
embarrassed.
right. So, right.
Yeah.
So their vote really ain't affecting what's going on. You
Mhm.
know, so it's about the zones also. And once you really figure that out, and once you start paying attention to what's going on, now I sit there and take time and go
Mhm.
down and maybe take 10 minutes in that booth and
Mhm.
go down and be like, this is what we need to be in there. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why I stress the point that we need to get the people who we think gonna make a change,
Mhm.
get them in office so they can make changes.
Yeah, yeah, and really, 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 sit down and talk to somebody when it comes to election. If you don't understand, it's okay, because let me tell you something. And we live. Uh, I only voted because my mama told me to.
Right.
Now I love my mama. She might not even have known who we were supposed to vote for, but because it was my mama,
Mm-hmm.
she handed me that piece of paper. That's who I voted for. And it's okay if you don't agree with who they handed you the paper. It's okay. Look these people up for
Right,
yourself
right, right.
and get to know these individuals as much as you can. Know what they stand for. You know what I'm saying? Know how they will help you in the end, and get out there and vote. Y'all
Right.
need to vote for real. Y'all need to vote, because the black numbers in the voting have gone down
Right.
drastically. And that's because y'all feel like nobody cares. But we don't care about the president.
Right.
We just told you that. We care about the people that's around you in your community or in your state that can literally help you.
And to go back on that right there, it's been a stigma where black people are Democrats, and that's what we supposed to vote for and everything. But just like you said, we need to get to the point where we are looking these people up and seeing what they are talking about
Yeah.
and everything, because I vote independent. But you know, whenever you go to the voting polls, you go to the polls, they see a black person come, hey, they know you're a Democrat, so they gonna
Right.
come, hey, this is the person that you should vote for. I'd be like, I'm independent. So if I want to vote for a Republican, if I want to vote for a Democrat, an independent, I'm voting for who I think needs to make a change, who's gonna make a change. I'm just not just going down voting Democrat, 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 because some of them Democrats is gonna do same things you think the Republicans gonna do. So
Sips tea. Sipsy, but I've been a strong Democrat for all my life.
right.
And I can't even tell you why.
Right, right. That's a fact. That's why I went independent. That's why I said
Yeah, but I'm not ashamed to tell you. I'm not ashamed to tell the people that I haven't done the work.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to vote for who the people that I love tell me to
Mm-hmm.
vote for because I haven't done the work. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
so once I begin to do the work myself, then I can understand, oh, you've been in office for 4 years and you ain't been doing nothing but collecting a paycheck, you gotta
Mm-hmm.
go. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? You're not helping, you're not doing what you're supposed what we voted for you to do.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
And
right.
it's okay. That's why I tell people it's okay to not understand. But it's not okay for you to stay not understanding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to do the work to understand where you need to go from here because y'all do y'all the future.
That's a fact.
Y'all
That's a
the
fact.
future.
That's a
You
fact.
know what I'm saying? So we are kind of like dependent on y'all
Mm-hmm.
to, help us whenever we can't help ourselves,
Right.
So that's what it's all about. Cost is out here in Clinton, North Carolina. He's doing the footwork. Tell us about was it your march, your rally?
Okay. We had a march from Lisbon Street Church.
Uh-huh.
We marched from Lisbon Street Church, and we marched to the courthouse because it was about the gun violence and everything, how we need to change. So we had a good crowd to march from there. We got with the police department. They had cars in front of us, had cars in the back, and they brought us down. So we marched and we made some noise through the streets. Went to the courthouse, stood. We had maybe 4 or 5 speakers,
Mm-hmm.
women that has lost their children
Mm-hmm.
through the gun violence. Had Mr. Sean Ford, who was a sheriff before. He spoke also. I spoke. So then we marched back. It was a great event, and it was only the first one. But
Mm-hmm.
now, but July 13th, we're going to be on Roaring Road, uh, Building A over there. If y'all know where the social service buildings are, it's going to be Building A over there. That's where they have the county meetings at.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going marching for Mr. Sean West Jr. They
Okay.
got brutally murdered by the sheriff's department on 403 at the Dollar General. So
Mm.
we're going to march for him and try to get justice for him.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. So how does that work for the people? Is it just you or are you asking people to come out with you?
We done got with some of the pastors of churches. We done talked to some of them. We've put it on Facebook, shared it. We've got, first of all, to do this, I needed a blessing from the family.
Mhm.
So before we even put out uh, anything, I was trying to text and trying to be in the inbox of the family, trying to basically get a yes from
Mhm.
them because I don't want to get out here and do anything, and they don't want nobody to,
Yeah.
do this or no, just fall back, So once we got a blessing from the family and they said it's okay, boom, we started jumping on it. It was
Mhm.
supposed to first been on July 6th, and that was the first flyer we put out. But they, the county called me, the county clerk's office called me while I was at work, and they told me that since the 4th of July, they had to change it
Mhm.
to the 13th.
Mhm.
So now we changed the flyer, and the 13th we'll be out there. Uh, we'll be out there. The family will be there.
Okay.
The Samson Independent will be there. We're trying to get the news involved. The NAACP will be there. And
Okay.
so we'll be there just going and speaking about injustice on this young man's death.
Yeah.
And going in there, we're going to meet up in the parking lot at 5 o'clock. And then we're going to march right across the street to the county meeting. And let's go ahead and speak on this.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very commendable. I personally appreciate you for taking on this task and, standing up for the young man. I'm not familiar with the young man or his family, but I am definitely praying for you guys. And just know that you do have people backing, praying for you specifically for the family, and, backing you too as well, cause because, sometimes it takes an individual to kind of like step up and be that voice and advocate. We as a people need to learn the word advocate.
Right.
It's not us fussing. It's not us being angry. It's not us, bombarding people. It's basically called advocating, and that just means something was done to me. I don't appreciate it, and this is what I'm going to do about it.
Right.
Not necessarily mean in a violent way, but speaking on who I am and what you did to me that is not so kind. So we definitely appreciate you standing in the gap, not just for Mr. West, but for, other families as well.
No problem. This is what, like I said, this is what was stowed upon me to do. I think it was, I know it came from God,
Mm-hmm.
from what He's done brought me through. And
Mm-hmm.
so this the least I can do for the families, for anybody, for the community, because this violence has to go down.
Yeah,
And we need to, you say it takes a village to raise a child.
it does.
And we need to get back to that and let our kids be able to run around outside without being
Mm-hmm.
scared
That's right.
and be able to. We used to walk barefooted and just play games, hide and seek. You can't even, you got to sit on the porch now and
Mm-hmm.
watch your kids play hide and seek because something might happen
Yeah.
in the blink of an eye. And so
Yeah.
we got to, trying to advocate to
Mm-hmm.
get back to that,
Mm-hmm.
so we can make a change. So thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because around my neck of the woods, we sit on the porch with our tools.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And back in the day, we
Right.
didn't have to do that.
No.
We you know what I'm saying? Our parents told us, listen, as long as you come home before the street light turn on,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, you was good to go. But nowadays, I had to tell my son, I had to keep a tracker on my son because
Right.
I need to know where he is at all times. I need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, back in the day, um, we had neighborhood aunties and
Mm-hmm.
uncles. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? You down that road doing something you had no business doing, they gonna check you
Right.
first.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then when you get home, you gonna get checked
Get
again.
what? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need to get back to that. And it's not that, we are trying to take on discipline your child. We just trying to look out for the cookout. Ain't know what they say, look out
Look
for
out
the
for the
cookout.
cookout.
Listen,
Right.
listen, you better be glad you out of the rap game because I had a hot 16
Come on.
bars that I needed to lay
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
track.
Right after this is over, I need to hear it.
I need some
I
beats.
need.
I need yes. I got me 16
I
good
got you.
bars and I need a hot
I
track
might have to
on.
come out of retirement
Come
just
on,
for you.
just for me.
Got you.
Come right on out of retirement. Listen, I have thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. Is there anything else that you want to add, that you want to put out there? Do you want to just go ahead and make a quick appeal to the people? And just say what's on your heart.
I would just like to say to everybody, just please, if you can, please come out July 13th. To all the people, please come out July 13th. It's going to be at 5 o'clock, Rowan Road, where the social services at. Everybody know where that is. And we'll be out there speaking on Mr. Sean West Jr. and gun violence. And at 6 o'clock, we'll be at the county meeting. We'll be at the county meeting at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So please, if you can, please come out. And we'll also have more marches this summer. So whenever we do this, I would love for y'all to be involved because y'all got something to say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody has something to say. So you ain't got to be scared because we're trying to get a hold of this because you never know. One day, Lord forbid, but it might be your child.
Mm.
And don't wait until something happened to your child, your niece or nephew for you to want to do something. Let's go ahead and try to do it now. And
Absolutely.
so That's all I can say. And God bless all of y'all that supports the program that's going on. Thank you to my wife for living with a purpose and just being my rock on my side. That's
Absolutely.
helping me through this and everything. That's being right here, pushing me through and helping me, you know, help me write my speeches because sometimes I ain't articulate as I could be.
I know that's
So,
right.
so
I
thank you
know
for that,
that's
and thank you
right.
for having me up here.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was my pleasure to have you here on the show to just raise awareness. Listen, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real with you.
I'm
Go
sorry.
go ahead.
One more thing. Um, Mental health is a big thing, also.
Mm,
So with this mental health, you don't know what a child is going through with his mental health.
mm-hmm.
So we need to start adopting the number 988 whenever someone has mental health issues is what's going on. They don't necessarily have to call 911 because they're just going to dispatch them to somewhere else to have a sheriff to come out or do something. We need 988. So
Mm,
that is a line that specifically talks to a person that's going through mental health. They have counselors that can talk them through what's going on. So please start adopting that number 988 for mental health. And
mm-hmm.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah, cause 911 they ain't really helping us good.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? 988, y'all heard what he said. If you in any type of crisis and you need help, please dial 988. 911 can help on some occasions, but like I said, if you're in a crisis, please dial 988. And my appeal to the community is we're always asking uh, what's going on, or you know what I'm saying, what can I do, where can I start. We're literally giving you everything that you need. The
Right.
problem is you're not showing up.
Mm.
And I hate to say it that way, but that's the issue. We need as many people as we can to back the purpose, back the plan,
Right.
back the people who are standing in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Cost need your support. His beautiful wife need your support. They cannot do it all alone, but they're stepping to the forefront and they're asking you to push them, pray for them, support them, pour into them. I am big on pouring into fertile ground. And most of the time, you can tell who's real and who's for play play. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You can tell who is going to do the work and who is not. And so we are appealing to not just the world, but to the people who are right here at our doorstep.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Show up. Show up. That's all you got to do. I believe in the Bible. And my
Yes.
Bible says that the enemy will cast itself out. He just need the people to show up and to collect the things that the enemy left behind.
Mm.
That's King Jehoshaphat, if you guys want to read that story. But I just believe in showing up to the battleground and allowing Christ to do the work. Okay. Love you guys. It's absolutely been
Check.
a pleasure sitting here talking to Cost here on Cutting Through the Red Tape. This is your girl, Shanta. We're out.